Welcome back, viewers. In this diagram, you've been told these are two semicircles and you've been told to determine EF. So you can see from E to F is Y. Now, the simplest means to determine the length EF is to apply the concept of the relationship between the tangent and the radius of a circle or a semicircle. So you can see from point A to E is a tangent because it is touching the circle at exactly one point, and from the point E to F is also a tangent. Now, let us say the center of this smaller semicircle to be O, the center of that smaller semicircle to be O. Now, having joined from the center to point E, that is line OE, and from F to D, you can see the center O to E, that is the radius of the smaller circle, and E to A is a tangent. So you know the radius and the tangent line is always meeting at 90 degrees, meaning this angle at E is 90 degrees. So triangle OEA is a right angle triangle. So if we let the radius of this smaller circle to be small r, then it means that will be small r. This is also radius small r, that is radius small r. Remember, from the center to any point at the circumference is always the radius. So if we take this right angled triangle OAE, then we can use the Pythagoras theorem to get the relationship between the sides. So you can see the longest side is OA. So it means OA squared is equals to OE squared plus EA squared or AE squared. Pythagoras theorem. The longest side squared is the sum of the squares of the two shorter sides. So if you substitute from O to A is R plus 8. So that means we have R plus 8 squared to be equals to, from O to E is the radius R. So OE squared is going to be R squared. Then plus from A to E 16. So A to E squared is going to be 16 squared. So if you open this bracket using a quadratic identity, what do you get? R plus 8 squared. If you open the bracket, you get R squared plus 16R plus 64 using the quadratic identity. Then it will be equals to what? It will be equals to R squared plus 16 squared. What is 16 squared? 16 squared is 250, is 256. Now, R squared cancels on either side of the equation. When R squared cancels out, you remain with, on the left hand side of the equation, you remain with 16R plus 64 to be equals to, on the right hand side, to be equals to 256. So this will be 16R to be 256 minus 64. If you take 64 on the other side of the equation, that is 256 minus 64. What do we get? 256 minus 64, that is 192. So we have 16R is equals to 192. So for you to get R, you divide both sides by 16. So 16 goes with 16. You get R to be equals to 192, which is the answer. Divide by 16, that is 12. So we found the radius of the smaller circle is 12, meaning this radius is 12, 12, 12. Now, having found R, how do we now determine the length EF? Now the length EF, if you take this angle at point A, you can see the angle at point A is subtended by the arc FD. Let us say maybe arc FXD. Arc FXD is subtending this angle at A. So it means triangle AEO, this small triangle AEO, It is congruent to triangle AFD. It is congruent to triangle AFD because both of them share angle at A, which is subtended by the same arc FXD. So if you give the relationship, meaning the length AE over the length AO over the length AO will be equals to what? Which length is congruent to AE? The length which is congruent to AE is AF. That is equals to AF over the length which is congruent to AO is AD over AD. So if you substitute A to E is 16 over A to O is 8 plus 12, 20. To be equals to A to F is 16 plus Y. That is going to be 16 plus Y. Then it is over A to D is 8 plus 12 is 20. Then the other side is 18 plus 12 is 30. 30 plus 20 is 50. So what do we get to be Y? If we multiply both sides by 50, we will get 16 over 20 times 50 to be equals to 16 plus Y. So what do we have there? 16 over 20 times 50. 16 over 20 times 50. We get 40. So it means 40 is equals to 16 plus Y. So there we now get Y to be what? Y is 40 minus 16, which is equivalent to 24. So we found Y is 24. That is one means. The other means of getting YEF, which is Y, is using this triangle ADF. Now when we use that triangle ADF, how do we get it? There are cases whereby some of you are not comfortable using congruence. So we want to see how do we get it if we don't apply the concept of congruence.